The most successful club in England is Liverpool. If you think otherwise, you definitely need to watch this video until the end. You see, Liverpool was founded in 1892 and won its first ever league title in 1901, but the club didn't start dominating until the 60s. After back-to-back league victories in 1922 and 1923, the club went 24 years without winning a single piece of silverware. But, things had to get much worse before they began to get better. In 1950, Liverpool lost a cup final to Arsenal, and 4 years later they were relegated to the second division. Then, in 1959, Liverpool lost an FA Cup game to a non-league club, Worcester City, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back. They sacked the coach and got a new one. His name? Bill Shankly. This man turned the life of the club around in ways you cannot imagine, and he did it quickly. Immediately after he resumed as head coach, he converted a room at Anfield, which was previously used for storing boots, into a room for coaches to gather and discuss strategies. It was in this room that Shankly, Bob Paisley, Ruben Bennett and Joe Fagan brainstormed and dug Liverpool out of the rot that they were in. But if you think converting a boot room was drastic, listen to this. Not long after he joined, Shankly released 24 players. 24! You just know you were dealing with a madman from the jump. But that madness worked, and it worked quickly. In 1962, 3 years after Shankly was hired, Liverpool earned promotion back to the first division. You won't believe this, just 2 years later they won the league. That was their first league title in 17 years. But it was just the beginning of a beautiful success story for the Reds. In 1965, Liverpool won the FA Cup for the first time in their history. Then in 1966, they won the league again and reached the final of the European Cup Winners' Cup, but they lost to Dortmund in that one. But they kept going. In 1973, they were able to complete the double of the league and the UEFA Cup, and in 1974, they won the FA Cup again. Not long after this, Bill Shankly retired after having brought Liverpool back to the first division and won 10 trophies with the club. Shankly's retirement might have felt like bad news at the time, but the man had laid a solid foundation at the club, so it was a smooth transition from Shankly to his assistant Bob Paisley. And Paisley picked up from where Shankly left off. You see, Paisley became Liverpool's coach in 1974, and in 1976, he was able to help the club compete the double of the league and the UEFA Cup once again. But the next season was even better. They did the double again, but this time it was the European Cup itself, not the UEFA Cup. Liverpool won the European Cup, the UEFA Champions League as it's called now, for the first time in 1977, and they accompanied it with the league title. They very nearly became the first English team to complete a European treble, but they lost the FA Cup final to, guess who? Yeah, Manchester United. But things continued positively for Liverpool despite that. They successfully defended the European Cup in 1978, becoming the first team from the UK to both win multiple and back-to-back European Cups. Then in 1979, they won the league again, and in 1981, they won the European Cup yet again. This made Paisley the first manager to ever win the European Cup 3 times. He would end up retiring in 1983 after 9 years as head coach of Liverpool and 20 trophies won, including 6 league titles and 3 European Cups. This means he's still the most successful Liverpool manager to date. Yes, even more successful than Jurgen Klopp. You can see why the man has a plaque in the Anfield Gateway in his honor, as well as a